fascist communist. See, like he was anti-USSR as well. And Ben Shapiro got a lot out of this. You know what I mean? Like he's getting a lot of mileage out of it. It's not really that big of a deal. It's like a completely manufactured outrage, right? This one was really good too. It's a completely manufactured outrage. Wait, did Mike from PA raid right now? Fuck. Thank you for the raid, Central Committee, Mike from PA. Hope you had a good stream. You happened to raid me at an inopportune time because I will be running my first ad of the day right now. It is top of the hour every hour. It's time for a 60-second ad break, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure that a lot of your watchers are subscribers of mine as well, so I don't think that they're going to be seeing the ads. But top of the hour every hour. It's time for a 6-second ad break. You no longer want to see the ads. All you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account. All right, it's whatever. I just already ran the ad. Who cares? We're going to talk about Texas. So you don't want to announce ads anymore? No, I'm still going to announce them. Fuck the haters. Fuck the haters, baby. We will talk about this in a second. The open efforts to suppress minority vote. Okay. Oh, Madison Cawthorn was invited to Fox News this morning to talk about the Dr. Seuss stuff because they were like, who is a child? Who is like a famous child who probably read Dr. Seuss recently? And they were like, oh, isn't that fucking like a 24-year-old dude? Isn't he like a congressperson or something? Let's bring him on. I mean, he literally is a fucking child. He sounds like a whiny little baby person whenever he talks. Let's bring him to talk about this.
I'm fired up about this. I don't know if you are, but my guess is...
I'm fucking fired up about this, boys. I am fucking fired up about this right now. Dr. Seuss is being canceled. Madison Cawthorn, what do you think about Dr. Seuss being... I'm fucking fired up. This is the most important thing we need to talk about. First, they took the potato away, and I did not speak out, for I was not a potato, nor was I Irish. And now they come for Dr. Seuss, and I am indeed a cat in the hat, sir. I will not allow it. And if you do not speak out, they will come for you next.
If you had a childhood and you read Dr. Seuss, you might be. President Biden canceling Dr. Seuss in a Read Across America proclamation. This after Loudoun County schools there in Virginia said his books are filled with, quote, Orientalism, anti-blackness, and white supremacy. Look, Congressman, these cancellations getting more and more outlandish by the day. When does this stop?
Well, brother, I was going to go to the gym after this hit, but I don't have to now. I'm already fired up. That is absurd. You know, inside of our Congress, we actually have done a lot. We've got a lot accomplished. We have successfully, so far, renamed a post office here in the 117th Congress. So you're telling me that the actual priorities of the Democrats is renaming a post office and now canceling Dr.
So the funniest thing is, like, again, this is not like a Democratic priority, which, by the way, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Okay. Like, it literally, this is textbook Democratic, like, liberal politics. So I would not actually be surprised if those dumbasses were literally like, hey, let's put this, stimulus package on the back burner real quick and, focus on the fucking Dr. Seuss's clear and obvious racism or something. But they're not even fucking doing that. So it's like, in this instance, they are attributing the Democrats to canceling Dr. Seuss from shit. Why'd you say rewind time? What?
Renamed a post office here in the 117th Congress.
No, he's saying that like they're not doing anything. They're renaming the post office instead, and that's why
Fired up. That is absurd. You know, inside of our Congress, we actually have done a lot. We've got a lot accomplished. We have successfully, so far, renamed a post office here in the 117th Congress. So you're telling me that the actual priorities of the Democrats is renaming a post office and now canceling Dr. Seuss? Americans are actually struggling, and this cancel culture.
What? Because he said he was at the gym or something? Guys, come on, don't be fucking ableist. Like, I don't get it. Like, okay. I mean, first of all, you can still work out if you're paralyzed from the leg down. What do you want? I don't get it. Yeah, he's in good shape because he probably works out.
Said his books are filled with, quote, Orientalism, anti-blackness,
what do you guys
and
want me to?
I
listened to it. I don't know what the fuck you want.
Look, Congressman, these cancellations getting more and more outlandish by the day. When does this stop?
Well, brother, I was going to go to the gym after this hit, but I don't have to now. I'm already fired up. That is.
Yeah, it's lame as fuck that he said that. Okay, but only because, like, okay, never mind. Not because, yeah, chat. You know what? People in role play circles, like role play content creators, get mad because chat loves backseating. But I have the most backseat fucking chat on the planet. Okay, when it comes to reaction, like I have reaction backseaters who are like, you need to rewind and react to the thing that we all laughed at already in the way that we want you to react to it.
In Congress. So you're telling me that the actual priorities of the Democrats is renaming a post office and now canceling Dr. Seuss? Americans are actually struggling, and this cancel culture does not help us. If we want to heal America and end this major partisan divide, we need to stop canceling our neighbor and go out and communicate with them.
Also, let's realize that one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish is not as concerning as, let's say, I don't know, China.
How is this? I don't know how to like answer this. Like it's so fucking psychotic. Like in a matter of 1 minute and 40 seconds, and we haven't even gotten to the end of the clip yet. Like in a matter of 60 seconds, they said that Democrats are only working on bullshit like naming post offices and fucking this. Neither of which is true. There is a $1.9 trillion stimulus package tacked onto the budget that the Republicans are literally just not going to vote on. They are going to vote no on, okay? Like, that's happening right now. That is immediate relief to the American working class. And that's not a thing in the Fox universe. Do you understand? It does not exist. And I'm not like defending the Democrats here. I'm just, but Republicans are so psychotic that from their worldview, everything is so insane that I literally have to end up correcting what they're saying and come across like I am defending the Democratic Party here. Like if Americans are suffering, then why the fuck aren't we talking about the $1.9 trillion stimulus package? Why aren't we talking about the $15 minimum wage?
Or anything else.
You are absolutely right. I mean, we are actually losing a battle that's not even started yet against China. They have taken away all of our manufacturing. They're taking care of all of our medications over there. They produce the rare earth materials that we need on our telecommunications satellites. And they are actually taking over parts of Africa and South Asia with their very aggressive stance when it actually comes to building infrastructure. This is the threat that we should be.
Bitch, it sounds like you're jealous, dog. I'm sorry. It literally, you're upset that China is not only building infrastructure in the fucking homeland, but they're also building it in Africa when we can't even build it in fucking Alabama. Is that what you're saying right now? Why don't you aggressively fucking build some infrastructure? First do it here and then you can do it in Africa, okay? No more imperial infrastructure projects before we get fucking high-speed rail, okay? How about that? Like, I mean, getting fucking mad at like Chinese infrastructure projects in Africa is hilarious. Like, they're like, what else? Are you gonna get mad that they're building high-speed rail too? They're building high-speed rail in their own country, and I don't like it. Like, it just sucks. We are such fucking losers, okay? In America, we are such fucking losers. We are. We are the loser, like, high school football legend who wants to relive the glory days over and over again. And now that pathetic stink is all over us, okay? And we are losing our grip of power on the world. We are losing our grip of power around the fucking world. We can't even fix our own goddamn backyard. And therefore, we're just lashing out in this way on Fox News and getting increasingly more reactionary towards those who live among us and also towards other countries. That's all this is. It's just like we peaked in fucking high school and we're just projecting that anxiety to everyone all the time.
Worrying about because this is a threat that actually harms American lives. Not if Dr. Seuss is racist. I actually laugh trying to think about that.
Yeah, it is a laughable notion for sure, but leave it up to the Republicans to make a laughable thing that we could have just like moved on from. Like, yeah, okay, Dr. Seuss is racist. Whatever, who gives a shit? Fuck you. To Dr. Seuss is racist, and this is the only thing we need to talk about in the news cycle today because there's nothing else going on that's so important. You know what I mean? I know the Greg Abbott order. We're going to talk about it. Please, brother. We're going to get there, okay? I know it happened. Like, you're not the first person. Anyway. Yeah, they're making it seem like Democrats are fucking passing legislation to burn Dr. Seuss books or something when that's not. Oh, here we go. More Dr. Seuss commentary. Isn't this great? We're back. We're back. We are literally back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are literally back, okay? Everything is good again. Orange Man is gone. Politics is just this. It's all this. I said this when the election cycle was coming to a close. Didn't I tell you that this was all we're going to fucking talk about? Shit like dumbass shit like this.
There's this cancel culture trying to cancel Dr. Seuss now. How far are they going to
Big goof, my dude, that you're calling a just move on moment here. But when it came to the M-bomb the other day, you hung off for it for hours. Surely the irony doesn't escape you. I am going to do the adult thing here and ban you for a day and move on instead of getting stun locked for an hour.
take this?
In the 24 hours, you can contemplate on what you did wrong there, okay?
There's no place that they won't go, Ainsley. There's no place they won't go. This week alone, they canceled Mr. Potato Head. This week alone, they canceled the Muppets. They're canceling Dr. Seuss from reading programs. I mean, these are books. I literally know The Cat in the Hat by heart without the book there because I read it so many times to my children. These things are not racist. You have Oreo Cookie chiming in on trans rights. I mean, what is going on?
I have no idea.
It's absolutely insane.
We'll just keep
We've
bringing it up.
lost our minds, and we're encouraging it, by allowing it. You saw, the woke mob goes after CPAC because the stage apparently had Nazi symbolism because these guys are so obsessed with trying to create any link to that.
Which it
and
did.
it looked like Hyatt was doing a good job, but in 24 hours, they too caved to the woke mob.
Don, thanks.
I know Cat in the Hat by heart because that's pretty much the reading grade that I have, and I've never learned to read any further. So it's the only time I've ever read a book. I'm sorry, I don't know how to read. That's the only thing I know how to read. You can't seriously think you're smarter than him, LMAO? Oh my god, that's awesome. Best bait today. So many libtards in here, LMAO, censoring what the left does best. Oh, fuck yeah. That's a role play. Oh, it's a role play, Andy. We got one. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. That's very cool. This makes me happy. This is why I do. Listen, Tyler won't have my babies. This is why I fucking do, Grand Theft Auto roleplay and stuff. Okay. That's great. My friend, no, I do not think I'm smarter than Donald Trump Jr. You're right. He is a brilliant person. Can we agree that it's pretty fucked? People want to cancel shit like children's books. No one is trying to cancel children's books. The estate itself decided to pull out of the many works of Dr. Seuss 6 books that had racist depictions of people in it. Personally, I don't even give a shit. Okay? I do not give a shit. Don't care. Better to just be like, this was a racist image. This was a racist depiction of black people that is unacceptable. And Dr. Seuss himself does not find this to be an appropriate thing to do. Okay? Because that is the reality. Dr. Seuss, throughout his life, atoned for the depictions, the racist depictions that he drew, black people and Asian people as. We should cancel Teletubbies, to be honest. Unrealistic body expectations for men. That's pretty funny. The funniest thing is when this sort of thing happens, right? When this sort of thing happens, like, people fucking say, like, oh my god, the libtards are at it again, right? When in fact, most of the books that get banned, they go under the radar. Okay, because it's not like Dr. Seuss or some shit, and they're like actually fucking pulled. And you are going to be shocked to find out that it's not liberals doing it. It's fucking Christian conservatives banning like books that have LGBT depiction and shit like that. It's like Arthur getting pulled in Alabama because in that episode, 2 of the fucking rats are gay. Oh my God, I'm speaking like Don now. 2 of the rats are gay and having a gay wedding. It's shit like that. That's what fucking conservatives routinely advocate to ban, and I don't see you dumbasses fucking losing your minds over it and freaking out because you're conservative and you think that's okay. You think that's poggers, okay?
There's this cancel culture trying to cancel Dr. Seuss.
Anyway, why are they acting like Democrats are responsible for this instead of literal private companies? I don't know. Not to mention the conservatives are freak out and ban books on evolution to this day. Yeah, exactly. It's so fucking stupid. Anyway. But like I said, the reason why they're talking about this endlessly now is because it's like a fun little story that you can immediately throw your hat in the ring in the conversation and like beat a dead horse over and over again. Do you understand? Oh, liberals trying to cancel again. No, they're not. That's fucking bullshit. Okay, it's a private estate that decided to pull some of the books for race depictions of black people and Asian people. It's not all of the books. Okay. You're being ridiculous. No one is like forcing them to do this at all. No one gives a shit for the most part. And the only reason why I'm talking about it is because, again, I love crying about the outrage around the outrage cycle because it's fucking fun. But at least I'm honest. I'm not turning around and being like, this is the end all be all. The most important thing is that liberals are canceling this or Republicans are fucking losing their minds over this. Like, oh, like, no, it's bullshit. Okay. It's all performative. We're all playing a role. We're all acting out the roles that we were predetermined to act out in this situation. And that's why it gets a lot of play. Shit like this gets a lot of fucking play. A bunch of conservative schools banned Harry Potter books because they depicted witchcraft. Ironically, she should probably get defended by the right for being canceled for being a TERF. Anyway. Liberals, it's time to make a decision. Either fight against digital book burnings or ditch your political descriptors. Sliding with book burners is dictionary illiberalism. Yeah. Anyway. We're moving on from this, but like I said, Dr. Seuss had some pretty fucking cool art as well, and I highly recommend you check it out. Oh fuck, it's Charlotte Clymer, so I can't unfortunately see her tweets because she blocked me. Banning that led with the paragraph stating, oh, so they weren't banned, they weren't removed. Students can still check them out. Fake news. Because it centers around the commemoration, blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh, she loves fucking writing shit like this. Oh, here it is. This is the actual thing. Which is that in 2019, of the 10 books most challenged and banned, 8 of them were solely because of LGBTQ themes, by the way. This is what I was going to mention. New York Times has looked into this as well. This backs my previous point that I was making earlier, which is that conservatives love banning books. They like legitimately love trying to ban books and pull them because they depict LGBTQ people and they can't have that. But we never talk about that. What's wrong with Charlotte Clymer? What? Like, what do you mean? She's the textbook definition of like strapping on a fucking rainbow flag on a Raytheon laser guided missile. Like literally, that's her job. She is the ultra lib. Like when people say, oh, liberals, like, you know, Republicans, they want to bomb the Middle East. Liberals want to bomb the Middle East, but with like Black Lives Matter and rainbow flags on it. Like that's an exaggeration for the most part. But Charlotte Clymer literally does that for the Human Rights Watch by like giving Raytheon a 10 out of 10 for LGBT acceptance within their ranks. And no, she blocked me for making fun of her. I forget what I said, but I'm sure it was something that I said that like triggered her, so she fucking blocked me. Who cares? She gets clowned on like every week. Off topic, but did you see yesterday Dave Rubin being transphobic and agreeing with Candace Owens that T should be removed from LGBT? Ugh. It's just so lame. It's not happening. All right. They're desperate. They're flailing. Okay. She's what neoliberals keep around so they can trot her out and gain progressive points? Kind of, yeah. She was giving Oreo hype because they said something mildly progressive about trans and then ignore the fact that they're being sued for using slavery. Oreo uses slavery. I mean, who doesn't use slavery, you know? Or is there anything like different going on? I'm not even keeping up to the. I'm not even up to date with the latest child slavery practices that multinational corporations use.
parliamentarian decision. You said that he respects that decision, but progressives don't understand this. In some respects, they're like, why not fight for this? So why is the White House not more aggressively challenging that and sending the vice president to try and potentially overrule that with the vote?
Well, the decision for the vice president to vote to overrule or to take a step to overrule is not a simple decision. It would also require 50 votes. As you know, it's not a one-step decision.
What? Why do we vote for you guys? I just I know we didn't vote for her literally, but if the argument is well, it's going to be too hard, so we're just going to give up, then why the fuck are we voting for Democrats? You can't just fucking cry every 2 years during the midterms and every 4 years during the general election that people are not fucking voting for you if you're going to push a situation to the finish line and not exhaust all your options. It's too hard. Sorry. Oh, I didn't realize. I thought legislation was super easy. I thought passing a gigantic economy-changing piece of legislation through the budget reconciliation was going to be a very easy process, and I didn't realize that. Oh, my bad. Oh, it's too hard. Never mind. Let's just stop then. Why not fucking apply pressure to the two dumbasses that could potentially hold this captive, the two Democrats that are going to potentially hold this captive? You guys were doing great originally. Kamala Harris went to Arizona or talked to the Arizona local news to shit on fucking cinema or pressure cinema. Talked to fucking West Virginia local news to apply pressure to Manchin, and it was going great. Why would you stop? That's it. Just literally go to West Virginia, okay? You're the president. Fly there, talk to the fast food workers and say, you think these guys don't deserve $15? They do. That's all you need to do. If you can't fly because you're an old as fuck, then send Kamala Harris out there. What is wrong with you? You think that a coward like Joe Manchin or Kristen Sinema, who is literally just fake as fuck, okay? Just, went from being a America KKK dumpster diving fucking anarchist or communist or whatever the fuck she was to the most conservative Democrat in Senate. You think those two dipshits aren't gonna fucking budge when you go to their states? And alternatively, what you can do if they still won't budge is just write a fucking carve out for Arizona and for West Virginia. Pin them against their fucking constituents. Say, okay, $15 minimum wage at the federal level, except for Arizona and West Virginia, because your representatives, your senators do not believe that you deserve $15. No one wants to be that person. Absolutely zero politician wants to fucking be that person, which is why if you did any of these things on top of exhausting the Senate parliamentarian by either firing her and replacing her with someone who will get the job done, as Republicans did in the past, or even overruling the Senate parliamentarian, which Kamala Harris has every fucking right to do. Okay, she does. As the vice president, she could literally overrule the Senate parliamentarian. There's precedent in the Senate for it. There are a million different things that you can do in this circumstance if you want to push for the $15 minimum wage, which is something that Americans want, the majority of Americans want, and Democrats have the power to do so, and they're not pushing for it. And the real reason why they're not pushing for it is not even because they're pussies, they are, but because they don't care, they don't want to, because their constituents, the real constituents, are still the corporations of the wealthy. That's it. This is all bullshit. This is all made up bullshit.
And the president and the vice president both respect the history of the Senate. They are both.
Why would you attack Dems in those states, though? Dude, do you not understand how politics works? Should we not apply any pressure to conservative Democrats who are playing spoiler in the no majority 50-50 split Senate that we have? Are you fucking stupid? Are you really this stupid? Just think about it beyond politics for a second. Just think about it you have a fucking dipshit in your ranks, okay? And you need them to do something. What are you going to do? Just fucking throw your hands up in the air? Are you dumb? I'm so confused. Like, what does this take? You're literally, you have to fucking apply pressure. Why would they do anything if you don't do that? Wouldn't that carve out even work since we know those two Dems don't oppose the wage increase because it would hurt their states? But because they're basically Republicans? No, just like they have to say, okay, guys, when Cinema or Manchin comes out and says, I oppose the wage increase in being added to the budget reconciliation, they can't say, I oppose the wage increase in fucking in Mississippi. They have to say, I'm opposing the wage increase in West Virginia, because that's who you're representing. Okay? So they can't come out and be like, well, actually, I oppose the wage increase because of Mississippi. So go, okay. So say, all right, sure. No wage increase for you. You stay $12 or whatever the fuck it is in West Virginia. I think it's $8. Isn't it like $8 or something? What is the West Virginia minimum wage right now? Yeah, it's $8.75. It's $8.75 an hour in West Virginia currently, okay? So, no, it's $8.75. It's not $7.25. It's $8.75. So say, yeah, it stays $8.75. Fuck you. Joe Manchin is the reason why West Virginians will not. Joe Manchin thinks that West Virginians do not deserve a much needed pay increase mandated by the federal government. That attack ad will fucking destroy Joe Manchin. It doesn't matter how much of a fucking conservative Democrat he is, okay? And he knows that, which is why he will never fucking stand by it, and he will end up voting for it. That's the point. The point is that you pressure them into voting for the $15 minimum wage increase. So that's the second part of it, though. We are not even getting to that part because the Democrats are fucking shielding Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema for no reason whatsoever. They're shielding them by saying, oh, the Senate parliamentarian voted against this, so we can't do it. It's fucking bullshit, okay? Counter-arguing in this chat is a literal waste of time. LMAO, you will be smeared as a lib shit is just a circle jerk. I'm just saying that when we have a slight majority, that it wouldn't be helpful to shit on them. My guy, this isn't about fucking renaming a post office, okay? This bill is when Democrats are supposed to show up. This is it. This is when they're supposed to show up. So if they don't fucking show up for this, then why the fuck are they a Democrat anyway? What are you talking about? The reason why you are careful around conservative Democrats is because you want them to show up for bills when it matters. This is the bill that matters. So if they're not going to show up for the bill that matters, then fucking, I don't even give a shit if they're dead. You know what I mean? I don't care. Fuck them. I don't give a shit if they're Republicans. I don't give a shit what the fuck they call them. This is the bill that they have to show up for so that we overlook all the dumbass bills that they don't fucking show up for. And the irony, again, is that $15 minimum wage is so popular that it's popular in places like Florida. It's more popular than Donald Trump, and it's more popular than fucking Joe Biden. Okay? So $15 minimum wage is popular at the federal level. It's popular all around the country. It's popular in West Virginia. It's popular in Arizona. These people are not representing the best interests of their constituents. Even if it was unpopular, it would still be better off for the people in West Virginia and for the people in Arizona. But we don't even need to make that argument because it's fucking popular. It is a policy position that literally passed in a place like Florida. It's low, but it's an important step that we must take. But unfortunately, because there are so many DNC wannabe fucking consultants in here who are like, oh, but what if we offend them? But what if we scare them? what if we scare them into doing the right thing that their constituents actually want from them? Then, oh no. Like, if that's your fucking argument, then you are literally the responsible party. You and other cucks like you within the Democratic ranks or within the Democratic party's voter base are the reason why they can get away with this kind of negligence.
Both formally served in the Senate, and that's not an action we intend to take. But the president is committed to raising the minimum wage, to working to determine the best vehicle forward to doing that. That's
I don't disagree. I'm all on board for a $50 minimum wage. I'm just saying that at a time when a 50-50 Senate hanging on a thread by Kamala, I don't know why we ought to alienate the Dems. Dude, okay, well, Dude, how are you not comprehending this? Fit the information into your brain, okay? I'm responding to you. I don't know if you're fucking jerking off with one hand because you're getting off on the fucking attention because you think you're making a good argument because you're not. Fit the information in your fucking brain. This is where they have to show up. If they don't show up for this, then it doesn't matter if they're a fucking Democrat or not, you dumb, brain-dead motherfucker. If they don't pass the policies that you need them to, then what good are they as Democrats? This is a more important piece of legislation than anything else. Do you understand me? This is the most important legislative agenda item for the Democrats so that they can actually end up winning some fucking midterms. Do you understand? Otherwise, this is the ACA all over again. They are going to suffer electorally. No matter what, they're going to suffer electorally for all of the political capital that they're expending on a half-ass fucking measure that they're trying to push forward, and it's taking months. It's bullshit. I agree with you. I think this is dumb as shit. Feels like a replay of the Obama admin not keeping pressure on Lieberman and losing the public option back in 08, 09, except this time the policy was way more fucking popular. I had so many non-political people bring up this minimum wage increase. It's crazy they are getting behind it. Yes, there you go. The actual Democratic fucking... the actual DNC consultant is chiming in. It makes no tactical sense. It makes no tactical sense if you genuinely care about the sanctity of the Democratic Party. Do you understand? It just does not make sense. You are literally, you need to engage in some self-reflection. If you are still at this stage trying to defend Joe Manchin in cinema because of your fears that they're not going to vote for this, because they're literally not going to vote for this because they want to hold it off, what you basically need to engage in is, why am I doing this? Like, what kind of fear of God do I have within me? Like, what bill are they going to fucking vote yes on down the line if they vote no for this? That means that we have to keep them there. You get it? Like, what bill are they going to vote for if not this one? Are you out of your mind? This is the bill. This is the bill because it's good for the Democratic Party to look like they're fucking doing something and taking a step towards progress. It's good for the economy overall. It's good for the American working class overall, but we're not even going to talk about that. We're just talking simply from will this look good for the Democratic Party's future? Okay? It's not their vote that matters. It's not losing the Senate majority. I'm done. We're not, there's no way I can describe this to you because I'm sorry. I hate to be very rude to you, but you are too stupid to understand what you are saying. Like, you're writing things out, you're typing them in the chat, but you are straight up too stupid to understand why you are too stupid. You basically keep saying, well, we'll lose the majority. What good is the majority if we can't get a signature accomplishment legislative agenda item passed that the American people want in overwhelming numbers? There is no majority then. You might as well have every fucking senator be Republican at that stage. How do you not understand this? There is a huge split in the party over this. The House and Pelosi is 110% behind passing this, and Pelosi has continued to beat the drum. I don't get why the fuck the White House is smoking that they have just given up and rolled over on this. Puts literal raises in millions of pockets before 2022, and the whole party could run on that. Exactly. Exactly. The average West Virginian salary would increase by $4,000 annually if this bill was passed. Do you understand what that does for Joe Manchin? Do you understand how good that looks for Joe Manchin? The only reason why he's not doing this is because the wealthy people in his fucking pockets don't want him to do it. The House isn't the problem. Yes, but Nancy Pelosi is still a leader within the Democratic Party. She's one of the most important, if not the most important Democratic Party person on the planet. So her opinion has a lot of mileage on this issue. It just sucks because Chuck Schumer is a gigantic cuck and awful at whipping his goddamn fucking caucuses. Okay? He's just terrible. Chuck Schumer is fucking dog shit. Okay? That's the problem. And the White House is dog shit because the White House is not pushing for this right now. They literally, I've given you over and over again 11 different angles of attack on this. And this is like really, really just what we're talking about now is basically something that all of these incrementalist liberals are supposed to know because, this stuff is boring. You simply don't understand it. You fucking delusional you delusional leftist, Hassan. You just want communism tomorrow, like blah, 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 all this shit. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this simply as I'm talking about this as though I was a Democratic Party consultant. Okay, do you understand? What I'm advocating for right now is literally the same position that smart Democratic Party consultants should be advocating for. And they are probably advocating for on the ground. This is the incrementalism. I know that Bernie said that Democrats should ignore the recent ruling of the Senate parliamentarian and is vowing to force the Senate to vote this week on an amendment to set federal minimum wage at $15 an hour. Also, won't need the 60 votes on this bill down the line because of the filibuster. Sorry for the essay. No, if it's included in the budget, there is no filibuster-proof majority needed. No one disagrees with $15, but isn't an omnibus package with a lot of other not great stuff? What? That's every omnibus. You can't do that. The people always tack on poison pill. What do you want to fucking tank the entire? Wait, you want to tank the entire budget bill because like people added poison pills into it? What are you fucking stupid? That's the whole point of it. And also, it's not even the omnibus. It is a signature DNC party platform policy, okay? And if you can't fucking do this when you have the power and you don't exhaust every outlet, then you're not fighting for me. I mean, you're not fighting for me ever, regardless. Doesn't fucking matter, but...
That's why he put it in the package. He wants it to be raised to $15 an hour, and he will be in touch with leaders from all wings of the party in determining the best path forward for that. Go ahead, Jeff.
A follow-up to Jeff's question, which strikes me. The White House doesn't have 50 votes to confirm Neera Tanden as OMB director, and yet we heard from the White House Chief of Staff say that the White House they're going to fight their guts out. Fight our guts out was the phrase he used.
This is a really good fucking... Holy shit. I don't know who that guy is, but both of these are incredible questions. Look at how pissed she is. Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you and fuck everyone in the whole stupid fucking White House. Though I'm surprised that the White House press staff is currently actually asking some serious fucking daggers here
to get her confirmed. So why push for that and not push as hard, one could say, for raising the minimum wage? You could make the argument that the American people stand to benefit more from a higher wage than they would from a chosen OMB director.
Well, I think that's mixing a few things kind of irresponsibly, if I'm just being totally honest. I would say on the minimum wage, the president included a raise of the minimum wage in his package because he felt strongly that it's long overdue, that men...
Okay, but there are still options that you have not exhausted, like overruling the Senate parliamentarian's decision, like Kamala Harris has the power to do so, and there is precedent for it. So that's bullshit. Okay, that's absolute bullshit. Why are you not exhausting every option in the same way that you said you were going to do for fucking dumbass Neera Tanden. Who gives a fuck? Fuck
And
Neera
women
Tanden.
working hard, trying to make ends meet, shouldn't be living at the poverty level. That's why he put it in his package. There is a process that it goes through, a parliamentary process, when it's a reconciliation bill, as you know, but for people.
Okay. I'm so mad. I'm mad. I'm mad because they think you're stupid. And a lot of, and some of you are, and your parents certainly are, okay? When they say, oh, it's the parliamentary process, like, they think you don't know better. They don't think you are going to question them. They do not think the media is going to question them. So they can go along with this, like, really fucking easy counter. I'm a dumbass himbo, okay? And if I can find 4 different angles on how you can push this forward, then they should be able to know those angles as well. And they do. They do know those angles. And yet they're not talking about it because they assume that the media is not going to question that.
Who haven't been following all the nitty gritty of this because it's a budgetary bill.
Yeah, we have been following the nitty gritty of this asshole. And the nitty gritty of it is that you can overrule the Senate parliamentarian, or you can literally fire the Senate parliamentarian and replace them. Okay, both of these things have precedent for it. And that was the original question. So why are you reverting back to the original question?
That men and women working hard, trying to make ends meet, shouldn't be living at the poverty level. That's why he put it in his package. There is a process that it goes through, a parliamentary process, when it's a reconciliation bill, as you know, but for people who haven't been following all the nitty gritty of this, because it's
like, it's so condescending. I guess you don't know any better. And this condescension that you see from liberals is kind of partially the reason why there's so many fucking dumbass reactionaries out there, because they sense this entitlement and this condescension. They get fucking so frustrated that they tap out of the political process, because why the fuck should they stay in the political process?
The budgetary bill. That's why it went through the process. And, again, I would send you to talk to leaders in Congress to see if they have the 50 votes necessary. But regardless, the president, the vice president have made the decision they're not going to move forward with that step. But also, it's not a simple process. It requires 2 steps. As it relates to Neera Tanden, she is some.
Okay, she didn't answer at all. She just said it's a complicated process. It's not. It's not a fucking complicated process. You didn't even have to overrule anything. It's a suggestion from a staffer. You would need 60 votes to stop Kamala from including the $15 an hour. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. To overrule Kamala Harris. Yes. Okay, I thought you were saying the opposite. No, it's not complicated at all. If it was complicated, they would explain it to you, because they would know that you don't understand what they're saying. It's not complicated, which is why they just say it's complicated and they move on.
It's a reconciliation bill, as you know, but for people who haven't been following all the nitty gritty of this, because it's a budgetary bill. That's why it went through the process. And, again, I would send you to talk to leaders in Congress to see if they have the 50 votes necessary. But regardless, the president, the vice president have made the decision they're not going to move forward with that step. But also, it's not a simple process. It requires 2 steps. As it relates to Neera Tanden, she is somebody who has decades of experience. She is qualified. She is prepared to lead the.
Oh, yeah. AOC was right to force $15 minimum wage instead of M4A. Well, it wasn't just AOC who said that, by the way, for the record, okay? By the way, for the record, it wasn't just AOC that said that. It was I said that as well, motherfuckers. And you guys were like, hey, you don't know better than Jimmy Dore for this. No, you're wrong. Kevin McCarthy should be the House Majority Leader. We don't have someone to replace Nancy Pelosi. That was you. That was all of you, by the way. No, I love Justin Jackson, by the way. He's a fucking awesome dude. He's a great guy. But there were so many fucking Jimmy Dore fans who were like, yeah, in contrast, you can use the leverage to push for things that can happen and change lives, i.e. $15 minimum wage vote in the first 100 days doable. Elevating longtime progressive champions to important positions of leadership also doable. That's the opportunity cost away. Dude, people in Texas think that if I don't immediately respond to Governor Greg Abbott's like dumbass fucking we're reopening Texas take, that they're literally going to die. Like someone is going to inject them with COVID, like come into their house. Just wait for like 15 more minutes, okay? You just got your fucking power back sit the fuck down, Texan frogs, and just hold the fucking line. Okay, I'm gonna get to it. It's a big story. I'm still mauling over Democratic incompetence at the nationals level.
The budget team, and we're continue, of course, to fight for the confirmation of every nominee that the president puts forward. We'll see if we have 50 votes. That's part of the journey. That's part of democracy.
Oh yeah, that's what a wonderful journey that is. Like, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Fuck you super hard, you piece of shit. Dog shit. These motherfuckers are dog shit, dude. Oh. What the fuck is this?
So is his head actually like really small? Or is
Very
it
small.
Is it just a meme? Is it really small? Is it like
Smaller than you? Smaller than you.
Oh? Really?
That's
Taller than me, smaller than me.
Taller, bigger, but smaller. Yeah. He's a really big guy.
I know, but his head is really small like that.
Yeah,
like
this.
smaller than Ginny?
Like this.
Really? Like for real?
Real.
Wow.
This is his head.
So
Jesus Christ, dude. Just curious. I support raising the minimum wage. Oh, fucking just curious, Andes. But is there any plan to increase pay for military personnel? I can tell you as a sailor, I definitely won't make $15 an hour, even if you assume a 40-hour work week. Yes. I'm not entirely certain on how that works. I can look into it. But $15 minimum wage increase means everything else gets increased as well. Like, all the other wages get increased as well. That's why it's good for every other fucking sector, regardless. Like, even if you are not a military personnel. But if you're a military personnel, you definitely will get an increase, I'm pretty sure. If Biden truly believes, as he claims he does, that MBS is not the leader of the country, then his excuse not to sanction him is gone. Good step forward. Every minute Mohammed bin Salman escapes punishment is a moment where the U.S. interests, human rights, and the lives of Saudi dissenters are at risk. Today, I introduced legislation to place sanctions on the Crown Prince for his role in the murder of Jamal Khashoggi. Ilhan Omar doing Sharia law again. You see that? Wow, Ilhan, you're being kind of Islamophobic right now. Sweaty, you need to reconsider your actions. I thought you were a liberal. Brother, you have no idea what I am. Okay? You have no fucking idea what I am, okay? If you... Oh, man. Would love to hear counters to our MBS push. Let me give it to you. Are you ready for this? We believe that Ilhan Omar is a progressive trailblazer, but unfortunately, foreign policy is not as simple as black and white. While we believe that the Crown Prince might have engaged in some negligent behavior as the gruesome assassination of the American legal permanent resident Jamal Khashoggi in the Turkish embassy in Istanbul was done by other members, and he simply signed off on the hit. What we also have to consider is our delicate allegiance with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is an incredibly important foreign ally in the region that is unstable, is a foreign ally to both us and also the nation of Israel, the only democracy in the Middle East, of course. And therefore, we must maintain this delicate balance with our strategic ally by ensuring their sovereignty is not compromised, especially at a time when Iranian insurrections and Iranian actions are devastating the sanctity and safety of our Saudi foreign allies. This is precisely why we will continue selling all of the weapons to them, while also going and wagging our fingers at them and saying, please stop doing genocide in Yemen, Saudi Arabia. You haven't said stability enough. Unironically, what they would say though? Yeah, they are. Guys, as far as Iran and Saudi Arabia goes, it would have been more accurate if we said Iranian-backed militias. Yes, you're right. Sorry, Iranian-backed militias. As far as like dealing with Saudi Arabia goes, what Joseph Robinette has said and done so far, and I'm sorry, you're gonna get fucking triggered for this take, liberals, is the exact same as Donald Trump. Like, fucking literally the same. Aesthetically, they'll say, we are scaling back our arms sales to Saudi Arabia in an executive order, right? As Joe Biden did. Remember, he said, we're no longer going to sell weapons of war to Saudi Arabia for offensive actions, right? However, we will continue selling weapons of war to Saudi Arabia so that they can ensure their regional sovereignty, or not regional sovereignty, sorry, maintain their sovereignty as a strategic foreign ally. Do you get it? So they're still selling weapons to Saudi Arabia. It's just that they added a bunch of different words. The argument there is, the argument there basically is, where is it? Where the fuck is it? Hold on. I'm just gonna show you what Democrats literally have said and what Donald Trump said, okay? Oh, come on, there's got to be a fucking there's I want to, oh, here. Maybe this.
The king firmly denied any knowledge of it. He didn't really know. Maybe, I don't want to get into his mind, but it sounded to me like maybe these could have been rogue killers. Who knows?
So, where the fuck is, where, this is not what I was looking for. I want Trump saying the words, are you going to buy the weapons? From someone else. It's top of the hour. Every hour, it's time for a 6-second ad break. I'm going to run that ad right now, and I'm going to show you. I think maybe this is the one.
With the king of Saudi Arabia, knowledge of what took place.
Okay. It's top of the hour. Every hour, it's time for a 6-second ad break. Here is the ad break, boys. If you no longer want to see the ads, if you want an ad-free broadcasting experience, all you need to do is subscribe. You can do it for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. By connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account, you get one free Prime subscription. You can use it on your favorite streamer. That is me. Here it is. Here's the ad break now. Or use an ad blocker as well, but Amazon and Twitch keep cucking ad blockers, so you get like the purple screen of death.
With regard to, as he said, his Saudi Arabian citizen, I've asked, and he firmly denied that. I've asked Secretary of State Mike Pompeo.
Khashoggi was a far-right violent jihadist and he wanted to genocide Kurds in Syria. MBS did the right thing. Yes. Khashoggi is the far-right. First of all, if you said like he was an op or if he was like heavily involved in the intelligence community, that's one thing. Okay? I'm no